Happy football day for me. For me. Just thought I'd pop on here for a little bit. Wait for a little bit to pop on. But hope you all have a good day. It is raining here. I think we need it, but it's raining. It's cold. 60 some. 60 some. I should have wiped my nose before I got on here. Apologize. Anyone else have allergies? Like, I moved here from the north to Florida and thought that my allergies would be gone, but they are not. Still have a drippy nose. Hello, everyone popping in. Just want to say hello. Hi, Dale Pogue. Good to see you. Good to see you. I just thought I'd pop on for a little bit. You know, it's a good day. It's Sunday. There's no work. My Eagles play later on today in a little bit. So let me go on early enough so that I can hop out timely to make some food. Good afternoon, Marlon. Marlon, good morning. Is it good morning there? Where you are? Chicago Mike, good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a hot minute. Are you in Las Vegas? Hi, GA Trucker. Hello. Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker. Oh, Wiz. Wiz, what are you doing? How are you, my friend? Oh, my goodness. It's good to see you. You caught my live. Thank you. Thank you. It's a little bit embarrassing that when I'm out meeting people and people they just know me as just who I am. And then they know I have this other persona. You know, that I like shooting pew-pews and such. It's funny to see people out and about. Yes, it is afternoon. It's about 1:15 almost. I thought I'd pop on here a little bit. I meant to go on live maybe like an hour ago, but I was getting things situated. As you may know, I'm a teacher. Oh gosh, to say that's so crazy. And so I had to finish my lesson plans that I didn't do 2 days ago. So I was like, let me get this out of the way so I can kind of come out and hang out with you guys before my game begins. Hi, David. Good to see you. Marlon, Chicago Mike. Yes, I know, Chicago Mike. I am missing SHOT Show in Las Vegas this year, so I hope that I can get back to it next year. I just fell sick, you know, in October, November, December, and I just didn't want to be out in the crowds, the thousands and thousands of people, and then being out in the desert. Although it's good to pew out in the desert, I will miss that, but I didn't want to take chances of getting sick. I'm not even like 100% yet either, you know. So I was like, let me just pause, take a rest. We only have our health. At the end of the day, nothing else matters but our health. So I don't want to take any chances with that. A2SN, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. Try life, I know, right? You see my jacket. It will be a great game. Hi, CJ. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for hitting the like button. I thought I'd just pop on here. If you are new to me, I am She Fires, where I focus on self-defense content. I'm also venturing out doing some other things, but mostly, you know, shooting with pew-pews and being responsible with that. Firearms instructor. And Mr. Baker, cover your ears. Still working on my black belt. So with and without a firearm is what I focus on. So anyone popping in new, that's what I do. But I also do other stuff, so I'm trying to, you know, share other things. Being a teacher has its definitely has its benefits, but which I'll share in a future video. But you know, when you are doing things that are not typical, me being involved with firearms and being an advocate for it, and then I'm a teacher to elementary students. It does make you a little bit nervous about students finding you, because you can, you know, they find you, and I have been found. Yes, so that was really awkward more than once, but I help educate them, and I'm also there to protect if necessary. It's the way I see it. Thank you for the like button. Thank you. Rico, hello. Love seeing new names in the chat. It is a rainy Sunday here in Florida. Not sure what weather you all are having, but I had planned to go and uh, do my USPSA match for the new year. And I registered for it like earlier in the week. But as the days got closer and closer, it's like the weather's not going to be good. And I don't mind, practicing in inclement weather, but I like to do that when I'm practicing. Um, with the match, I feel it's a little bit different because you're doing it for different, like, I'm there to compete against my peers, but I'm so new. I'm not at a level where I'm ready to compete in the rain and do all that. I don't want to slip and fall. I don't want any of that. So I said, you know what? If the weather's going to be bad and raining, I don't have to wear appropriate clothing to compete. I'm going to pass this time. So, unfortunately, for this month, I'm passing on my USPSA match, but I will be doing it next month. And I am documenting my journey for those who are following me. I just released my match maybe last week of the most recent one. And hope I won't have too much time in between that one and the next one so I can share what I'm learning. So, curious if you are wanting to do that, doing that for yourself. The match competition is definitely interesting. Yeah, CJ, you love my jacket. Thank you. I love it too. Happy Sunday. Is that Russian? What is that there? Thank you for popping in. I love it when I see international folks. Wiz, are you still in here? Wiz. Big, yes, yes. Hello, J. Roggs. Is that how I'm pronouncing it? Appreciate you. Hi, Mark Thomas. I thought I would just pop on here for a little bit, say hello. Hope you all are doing great. What else is going on? Let me see. I did have a little cheat sheet. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me just share real quick. This is what I'm doing. Okay. Do we remember back in the day? Let me see. Back in the day, we had these little cards, the flash cards where you put the multiplication tables in division. I have them out because while I'm watching the game later today, watching the Eagles beat the Rams, I'm going to be doing this, like filling out my multiplication and division cards for my students so that they become more proficient in that. So I will be doing that later on. What are y'all doing? What are y'all getting into? Dale Pope, we have sunshine, but it's 23 degrees. Yeah, it's rainy here. Hi, Kitty Loves Guns. Good to see you. What is that? The Grunner. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Thanks for being here. I don't know what WTW means. Yes. But thanks for being here. Hi, Mike. Good to see you. Yes. You know, it's days like these, even when like Super Bowl comes around, where you want to have like Super Bowl food. I can't have chicken wings, you know? It's a perfect day to have like some hot chicken wings from Wingstop or wherever. Actually, not Wingstop, not the one I go to anyway. Um, but I can't do that anymore. So I was going to come on here, go live for a little while, and then prep some food. Are y'all going to be watching the game? Do y'all get football food? Do you buy it or do you make it? David, you're still at work? Oh, hopefully you get off soon on a Sunday. Oh my goodness. Hopefully you'll be able to get off soon. I'm thankful that tomorrow we're off as well. Enjoying the day. Yes, I'll be watching the game. Hopefully rooting for the appropriate team and cleaning some pews. Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't want to talk about that. You know, I'm really bad at cleaning my firearms. I need to get better at that, but I'm really bad at that. We were getting snow and I have a pot of ham and bean soup on the stove. Nice. See, that's some cozy food weather. That's cozy food. Yeah. It's kind of comfortable here, but the rain, it's been raining all morning. It was freezing. Freezing all relative in Florida. Like low 50s during the day this past week. It's probably why I sound the way I do. But hope you all are doing great. What y'all have? What's going on? What's going on out there? Yeah, if you follow my channel, I do go to SHOT Show, which is an industry event for people in the firearms hunting sport industry, and I missed it this year. So I look forward to seeing all the videos of people having fun in Las Vegas in the next week. Hi Mark, good to see you. Good to see you. I know I'm concerning the inauguration. I'm from I was born in Philadelphia, but I grew up in the DC area. So right now probably is really chaotic and flying into Reagan right now. I want no parts of being in that vicinity at all. I'll stay right here in Florida. But it will be an interesting day tomorrow. Single digits predicted here midweek. Yes. Northern beans. You don't know what northern beans are? 2A we stand? Mm. Mm. Yes. Northern beans. Hi Dale Poke. Hi G23. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate y'all. I know y'all are probably prepping for the game, so I was like, I'm just gonna see who's available just to say hello. Hi Seed. Thank you. Appreciate your compliments. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate everyone who has joined my channel memberships. Thank you for doing that. Trying to give back and do more in that space. But I had a number of people join the channel memberships for January, which is when I first launched it. So thank you for that. And just trying to share some behind the scenes stuff that I am doing on and off the range. So more to come. I'm trying to get back into my groove because the school teacher life is very time consuming. You think that you can go, unlike a regular career, even when I work from home, you start at 7:30, whatever, and you hope to end at 4:30, let's just say, on a good day. But your time is not your own when you're a teacher and you're up early to get to school to prepare, and then you have no time throughout the day. And at the end of the day, you gotta prep for the next day. There's just things. And I'm trying to balance the school with the content that I'm trying to push out. And I do have some travel outside of, my original plans to go to Las Vegas. But I do have some travel coming around where I am going to Las Vegas. If you follow my channel, I'm part of Gun Owners of America. They're Empowered 2A, which is their women's coalition. And they are doing their next women's event in Las Vegas this year. Last year, they did it in Dallas at the Texas Gun Experience, which is really fun and fantastic. Women were able to shoot machine guns and such, which is fun. But this year is going to be in Las Vegas at some place I can't remember now. I've never been there before, so I'll get my time to go to Las Vegas. That will be in March. Yeah, I still have to work on that, but excited to do that. Who is new? Hello, Julie. Welcome. Hello, Abigail. Welcome. See, I started talking about lady stuff and the ladies pop in. Good to see you. Yeah, no, I was just asking if that was what he added with the ham. Oh, yeah. Probably so, yeah. From when I did eat ham, that's the way you made it. Mike, since my team's out of the playoffs, who's your team, Mike? Just hoping my college team doesn't get killed tomorrow night. Oh, yeah. I used to watch long ago, college football, but I barely watch the regular NFL. I try to. It's if I catch it, I'll watch it. I have so many interests. I'm easily distracted, so I'm trying to stay focused on certain things that really interest me. So I was not as active as I have been in the past even with the NFL games. But hi, Ozzy. Good to see you. Chiefs, Kingdom. Oh yeah, they won, right? I know. Yeah, they're doing really well. It's what it is. It's what it is. And that game last night, if you watched it, that was pretty fantastic. The Lions and the Commanders. That was a really good game. Hi, David. Really, Mike? That's okay. I'm not that kind of person. It's whoever you want to vote for. We have a pretty strong Tampa Bay Bucks fan base here. It's very strong. But I know we played them twice this year. The first time we won, Eagles won, and then the second time the Bucks won. But everyone was cordial, nice. Everyone was good. It's a good time. I love it that they are able to come here and I can go to a game. It's fun. New York Outcast. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Just popping in for a spell. Hope you're doing well. Yes. How's that weather up there in New York, Outcast? I feel bad saying that it's been cold here because, it's all relative. I left the cold though. I left it. What's happening? Yeah. Good to see you. I love it. Thanks for popping in for just a little bit. Just wanted to come and say hello to everyone. I know that I kind of fell off. I was going every week on Sundays, Sunday evenings, right before the football season started. Um, but I was kind of teetering on whether I would continue doing the Sundays consistently or not, kind of going infrequent. Um, and then when StreamYard increased their price so significantly, I was like, you know what? That's a sign that I just want to pause and kind of go sporadically. So decided to change my schedule around and do some other things. Hi, Damon. Is that how I pronounce it? If not, I apologize. Damon Wise, appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, it's been a process, but I finally found my thing. It's the perfect. Damon, it's the perfect hairstyle for Florida weather because we go from rain, humidity. It gets dry here too, but it's the most ideal. Thank you for that. I watched football in over 30 years. Oh, Gia Chucker. I know. That's what I mean. Like I had good intentions at the beginning of the year to be really active and watch every single game. But you got a life, you got things going on, and I don't like watching games on replay. It's like because I already know. Even if I don't know the score, it's like it just feels different. So I watch it when I can, and always a fan, never a fair weather friend, fair weather fan. Hi EJM, how are you? It's been a while. Good to see you. Good afternoon, Go Commanders. Finally have us. I know, Rich B. I know. My family, they're Commanders. I was going to say Redskins. They are Commanders fans. So, you know, good for them. Before, I won't say I was a Ravens fan, but when I lived in Virginia, I did like the Ravens also. I know that they're playing tonight too, aren't they? They're playing really well. I forgot, but I used to be a Ravens fan also. They were second. They were second. Yes. I know. I love our team. Redskins is the only name they have. I know it's hard. It's I understand why they change it. Do what you want to do, but I always kind of stutter when I say it. I've only known them as the Redskins. It's been 30 years of pure misery. Oh boy, that's funny, Rich. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I do have a video that I'll be dropping here soon once I finish editing. Maybe I'll do that too while I'm watching the game, both games, on this rainy Sunday. In between my match competitions, I'm trying to make sure I get an adequate time with my pew match. I'm trying not to say gun because people, whatever. I don't know what YouTube likes and doesn't like. But trying to get an adequate practice time because when I got my hands on my Shadow Systems DR920L, which I love, I literally got it one day and then a couple days later, I think maybe I did practice with it once, and then I started immediately using it as my competition firearm. And so I'm trying to make sure I get in as much time in between my matches. And so I do have a video that I will be dropping soon on going to the range for ladies' night. I don't really take advantage of it Sorry, guys. But, most ranges have ladies' night like on a Monday or Tuesday night. And so I went to the range and spent some time with my shadow systems, um, just so I can feel more comfortable using it and taking it out to the match. Although, what I need to work on with my match is it's not so tied to the firearm per se. It's moving gracefully, swiftly, picking up my speed as I go from just with my feet, moving properly left or right, but then getting onto the target really quickly and like pivoting. So definitely, because we can't draw from our holster, at least at this range that I go to. So it has to sit on a table. So it's not really fluid. So I just go there to work on distance and, just precision hitting where I want it to with my red dot. That's what I work on. So there's a video that I'll be dropping soon with that. Stir my soup. Have a great day. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for popping in. People should stop being so sensitive. Keep the original names. I know. I'll leave that comment where it stands. I'll leave it there, Michael. What gun is EDC? Michael. Hi, Michael Knight. Cool name. That's Michael Knight, right? Knight Rider. Wasn't his name Michael? I use the I use the 6-hour P365. The P365, and mine does have the safety on it, because when I first purchased it, I was paranoid that my finger or something would hit the trigger, so I wanted to have a safety on it just for peace of mind. But now, I'm one in a chamber, and I don't need to have it on safety. But when I first got it, I wanted to make sure that I bought a firearm that had that feature. We all have to do what's comfortable for us. But I do have other firearms now, if you know my channel. But the smallest, although still snappy, that's my most favorite EDC that I have. I like my SIGs. I've got a couple SIGs. Abigail, just go whenever I can afford to. Also gotta outshoot the men. I know. I know, Abigail, you're so funny. 25 yard. Yes. Yeah, because when you go to the range normally, I don't know, I'm speaking for myself, it's usually at like 7, give or take 1 or 2 yards. Extending it out to like 10 or 15 or beyond is not something that I normally do. But now that I started doing the match competitions, it's much farther, it's at various distances. I'm very rusty, very. I feel so comfortable at 7, but then when I stretch out, pretty much doubling the distance to like 15. Yeah. Although in my last match, I did really well because the steel targets, they were beyond 25, beyond 20 yards, and I did shoot them. Who doesn't love the sound of steel? Hi, Irish Rover. Hello, good to see you. One of my amazing channel members. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Good to see you. I think it's the first time you've been in my live. I was going live like every week before, but it does drain. It's very, because for me, I want to come up with really good content for you that we could talk about. I know sometimes people shoot the breeze and just like what I'm doing right now, no topic in mind. But I'm kind of updating you on what's going on, and it's been some weeks, so I feel like I have things to share. But my mind has to have a to-do list, and it has to check off a box. And if it doesn't do that, then I feel like I'm not being a good YouTube host. So that may just be my weird brain. I don't know. Dale Pogue, I've been shooting at the same range for 5 years for free. Wow, look at you. There is benefit of establishing a rapport with the people that work at the ranges that you go to all the time. And I try to do that. So at certain ranges, they do, let us shoot free. I won't say too much, but it matters, and that you're, going in. Even when I've gone to like SHOT Show or some of these other gun events, I do even try to come back and bring back goodies because I can't wear everything. I can't use all the patches. Especially if they do like double, triple. And then sometimes, the only t-shirts they have, right? Men's large, extra large. What am I going to do with that? So I do try to retrieve those things so that I can take them to the range and give them to the people who support, so that when they see me, it's like, oh yes, nice, good to see you. Yep, you can use this stall right here. Take as much time as you need. That's what we do. That's what we do. Oh, Rich B, I'm gonna try and find a match in my area and just go and watch and try. Yes, Rich, what I was told when I first started was just to go. Don't get stuck in going without starting. I think I went once and then I immediately said, I'm just going to sign up, because that's what people say. It's like, don't keep going and going and watching and observing. You just have to start. And people are so welcoming to you. But it's good to kind of see how they move along the stages. The one that I go to, they only have 6 stages. And just to, familiarize yourself with the layout and ask questions to people who are where they can offer advice for you as a newbie. That's what I got out of the first time observing it. And I do have a video out there on that. I don't know if you saw it or not, but some of the things that I learned to prepare me for my first match. And you're always going to feel awkward and nervous, especially because the other people know each other. They know what to do. And even on the squad itself, that, you see how people are chummied up and you're just like, you feel like a lone wolf. Sometimes it's okay though. I don't mind being a lone wolf. But you feel like a fish out of water. You already don't know what you're doing. And then people are chatting it up. It's putting yourself out there, which makes it exciting. And anything that you start new, it is awkward and uncomfortable. And as long as you know that, and you know that it will get better and you work through it, then it's good. It's fine. It's good and it's fine. So I hope that you do. If you do, Rich B, please circle back and tell me what you did. But try to only go that one time, okay? And then ask questions from people. They're people like to tell you what to do in a nice way. So if you go ask someone, their feedback on something, people are quick to share their own personal advice and perspective. So I found that very helpful. And then you take what works best for you. And just ask, what kind of holster, because that was what I struggled with too. What kind of holster should I get? And I did my own research, but then when I went to my first observation, I asked, and I found the Black Scorpion holster to be the one that was good for me, at least for now. That could not always be. Even the Shadow Systems I have, that may not be the one that I always use, but I'm thankful. Shout out to Shadow Systems for sending that to me. I'm thankful I had an opportunity to use that, and it's helping. It's a very quality firearm. And then the Black Scorpion holster, I saw other shooters with it, and so I asked them how they liked it and feedback, and they had other attachments you can get for it, and I was like, okay. So for that, it was really, really helpful to ask. So do what you can to do your homework in advance, and then when you get there, you can ask, layered questions. Please let me know what you do. Krabby Turtle, did I say hello to you yet? Krabby Turtle, good to see you. I keep a mental to-do list. I may not do things in order or on time, but always accomplish something on the list per day. Yes, New York Artcast, I like that. It is mental. Like, okay, what am I doing? Okay, yep. Sometimes I gotta write it down though. Sometimes I gotta write it down. I love when they give us a home range. I know, yes. Cuts by Chaz. Do you have a POV camera set up? If so, what equipment do you use? I mostly use for vertical content, pictures and videos. So if I do an IG reel or something like that, or for a short, I'll use my Apple. I have the 12. Listen, I'm using this thing until it runs dry. I had an 8 before, so, but my issue is storage. So I use the Apple for most vertical content, or for horizontal, if I'm doing something really short or just need like a little insert, I'll use my Apple, which is fantastic, the camera, because the 12 has the 3 cameras. And then I have a Sony over here. This one. I have the ZV-1. I think that's what this one's called. So I'll share it with you. I don't think I have a battery in here, so I can't turn it on for you, but it has a flip out. Oops, it's dirty. So I can see myself as I record. I have the little fuzzy thing on top for the sound, improving the sound quality, zoom in, zoom out, still and video. This is really good, compact, and it has a little thing where you can twist it on the mount. Yeah, I like this one. This one. It's a low entry camera, but it is really, really good to start out with. I like that one. If that's helpful. Yes. Is that helpful? Is that helpful to you, Cuts by Chaz? Hi, the Alert Zone TV. Appreciate you popping in. Welcome. Always welcome. Please do. Anyone's coming through. Anyone hiding in the shadows. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thanks for hitting the like button while you're in here. Appreciate that. Do you know the website to find the event listings? Rich B, if you go to Practice Core, Practice, Pratic, Score, SCORE, it'll show you your matches and events in your area. You put in your zip code and it'll find those that are in your area. Okay? And it's across the United States. That's exactly what I did. And then sometimes I do have contact information, so you can reach out to the range organizer for the matches. That's what I did too. I said, hey, I'm coming for the very first time. I think there's a video about, I don't remember I did a video about that. I don't know. But I sent a message once I said, okay, I want to go to this match. I sent a note to the match organizer and said, hey, I'm new. And I even spoke with him. So we coordinated a call and he said, okay, this is what you need to do. I forgot what the tips were now. He said, don't get disqualified. So make sure to watch the USPSA do's and don'ts. There is they have a website that gives you some videos for beginners, but he said, don't get disqualified. I forgot the third one, but there were 3, and the third one was have fun. Like, you're there just to learn something new and enjoy yourself. I think the only thing that stands out is don't get disqualified, and that's, pointing the firearm in the wrong direction, just not listening to what the rules are for the stages. I have to go and see now. There is a video out there where I shared those 3 tips that he gave me. Now I've forgotten. But I'm listening. I'm paying attention. I have applied those tips. Yes. Well, let's see. Truth Hunter. Hello, Truth Hunter. No, I am not a smoker. I've never smoked ever. I know you probably hear it in my voice. I was sick for a long time. I was sick for a few months, and this is the final effects of it. I had laryngitis, bronchitis, and pneumonia. So hopefully this is not where my voice stands, but this is what it is for right now. But I am not a smoker. I know it probably sounds like it, but I'm not. Sorry for that. Hopefully I get better soon. Do you know the website to find listings? Okay, very good at the moment. Don't have matches. Don't have one for her matches. Rich B, you're not in Florida, are you? Yeah. Wherever you might be, they will have a match for you. I'm confident of that. Michael Knight, was it hard getting used to the red dot? When I first started shooting with any firearm, and I always recommend it for anyone who asks me and I encourage it to start with an iron sight, because I feel like that's your base. That's where you should know. Because what if your red dot pops off or it doesn't work? Whatever the case may be, you should always fall back on knowing how to shoot with an iron sight. And so for a long time, multiple years, I was like, I'm good with iron, I shot with the red dot. Okay, it's cool, fine. It is a learning curve. When I first started trying the red dot, I didn't like it because I'm used to iron. And so like trying to find, like I felt like it was trying to find the red dot, which people will say, like, how do you find the red dot? I even took a red dot class, which was helpful. But it is a learning curve, in my opinion, and what I've heard other people say. So taking that red dot course helped. And it just takes practice because, you know, using an iron sight, no matter what type of firearm, you know, you line it up between the, you know, line it up with the 3 dots, you're good. But then when you add a red dot, and some may have higher elevations than others, it gets a little sticky. It gets a little sticky. Um, but with me doing match competitions, like, you know, maybe I'll just try it with the iron sights. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. No, no, no. We're gonna do red dot. Especially since I'm working at speed too. Like, no, no. Definitely, definitely. For me and Rich B, I don't know what you're thinking of, but I would encourage you to explore having a red dot on your firearm and selecting, because they have different classifications, doing they have carry optics, and that's what I choose when I sign up for my match competitions, because I'm definitely going to have a red dot because it just helps you be more competitive with the other shooters too. So yeah, I actually need a better red dot on my shadow system, so I'll I hope to add that here soon, upgrade in the near future with it. The one I have is now is fine. It's bright, it's good, but definitely want to get something better. And sorry, another thing. One of the things that when I did shoot my very first match, I did not have my shadow systems, and so I used my dagger for my first competition. The PSA Dagger Compact, my sniper green one, which I do love. Like, I think I put the most time most recently in that. So I said, you know what? I don't want to wait to start competing, because I went and observed and I was so excited. And then I was like, I don't have a gun. I was like, but you know what? They said start with what you have. Don't try to go out and buy something fancy and do all that. Like, start with what you have. And so I said, okay, I'm going to take my dagger out. So I used my dagger for my very first competition, and it went well. My front sights fell off, but we will talk about that another time. But I was comfortable with that one, so that's what I started with. But then the next time, that's when I had my shadow systems. And in my video, I just talked about the match competition video I just posted. I highly recommend having a backup firearm to your primary, because anything can happen to it, and then you will be eliminated if your primary is not in operation. So unless you use someone else's, but then, you know, I feel like that's kind of, for me, it's kind of weird. I'd rather shoot something I know that's not necessarily a competition firearm, but use something I'm most comfortable shooting versus like a stranger in my hand, you know, firearm, in my opinion. Rich B, Virginia. Okay, yes, you're good. You should definitely be able to find a match, Rich, in that area. Yes, definitely. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that's helpful. Is Truth Hunter still in there? Did I explain myself well? I was concerned about that, and you just brought it to my attention. I don't mean to sound like a smoker. No, no. I try to keep myself somewhat healthy, so I don't like any impurities like that running through my system. Um, yeah, that's why, even like, from a health perspective, um, I try to remove like meat from my diet, but then I have to supplement it with healthy stuff in the process too. So it's been a challenge. Kitty Cat Club. I'm from Orlando. What gun ranges do you recommend? Hi, Kitty Cat Club. That's tongue twister. Let me think about that. There are a couple out there. You might want to message me. I could tell you which ones, but there is one that Shooter's World Orlando has a range there. Probably would start there, indoor. Okay. Hey, mandatory Carrie, look at you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. Yes, I know. Just for, for the day. We'll see. We'll see for now. I appreciate that. Thank you. You are fantastic. Thank you. And I know that uh, I appreciate you. Yes, you recommended the membership to gun clubs. If you feel like you're going to go frequently and the perks, not all perks are the same. So I like going when I feel like it. And if it's not cost effective to go, based upon your frequency, like if you're paying $100, but you're only going twice a year, is that beneficial for you to do it? If they allow you to kind of go, I suggest going a couple times to see if you can add it to your routine and then decide. Because you get so excited, especially when you're first starting out, like, oh my gosh, I want to go. I have my first firearms. It's like Christmas time just passed, right? People got firearms probably. So they want to sign up and do memberships, and they're just like going to a gym, to a gym. Equate that to going to a gym. You're so excited. You spend $150 for a gym membership, and then you go once a month. So keep that in mind. If there's an option for you to kind of test it out first and see if you can be consistent with the gun, visits, and see if the perks are a benefit for you. That's the way I would play it. But I'd go solo for the first couple times to get into like a little groove. That's what I would do, if that's helpful. If that's helpful. Hi, Jova Q. Jova Q. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. I love seeing folks pop in from the good old days, which were like, what, a few months ago. Good to see you, Bed-Stuy Troop. As far as using a red dot, green dot, as with anything else, you have to train and used to it, but it's not difficult to use. You're right, Bed-Stuy. It's practice. Everything's practice. But from what I gather from her question, it's not, okay, I've been shooting with iron sights, so now I can immediately start shooting with red dot. It's not like that. You can't just pivot so quickly. Everything takes practice. So yes, we agree. But it is different because it's just different, right? When you agree, it's different. It's different. Good to see you all. Thank you, Mantera Carey. You were fantastic. You are awesome. I got a thing I got to do. Oh, okay. He always leaves ominous messages. Bed-Stuy. Good afternoon. Treat the rage like a gym. Yes, exactly, Abigail. As soon as the question was asked, who asked that question? I got to go back. Kitty Cat Club. Cat Club. I immediately thought about the gym. Even me going to the gym right now, although I've been going, it's been really inconsistent. And I'm like, I pay a lot of money not going as frequently as I should. But I'm sticking with it because the worst thing for me personally is going to like ranges. I just want to be toned, and with firearms, although you should, make sure you're properly clothed so that casings and such don't fall in places that you don't want them to go. But I don't want to, shoot with my firearm and then I have my flabby arm underneath like shaking. You do what you want to do, but I don't want that for myself. So that's why I go to the gym. That's why I go to the gym. Oh boy. Every time you change your gun, do 300 reps for each dry fire. Oh, that's a good suggestion, Abigail. I put so many rounds through my dagger. That's my backup, so I'm good with that. But at least with the new one that I have, the Shadow Systems, I definitely need to put more rounds through it because I've practiced with it at the range, but only in preparation for me going to the match. In the match, you want to have as little rounds expelled. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, as possible. You want to get to the target quick and not, which has happened. I think I had like a whole magazine emptied on one target before. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Maybe half. It's going to happen. Hi, Time Machine. Good afternoon. My old friend. How are you? Thanks for popping in. I have a few red dots, and I think it's definitely a learning curve. I'm thinking next one I might have a larger MOA dot. Yes. I like it, everything really compact. Compact. So it's a fine line. You got to find your happy place. You got to find your happy place. I don't like it when my window or the dot options are too varied. I like, although my vision is, as I get older, I'm, taking a hit, but I don't need a lot of design with my red dot or my green dot. Um, and here in Florida is so weird too because the sun could be blazing, shining in your eyeball. So, making sure you have the right dot features is helpful when selecting even, the right optic. Because I could be in the shadows for one shot, but then in the boiling hot 100-degree sunny Florida sun beating down, and I'm using an optic, is it optimal for me? So those things you have to factor in more so, I feel, when you're doing like match competitions and stuff like that. I learned the hard way. I was wearing a tank top and a 9mm casing went down my top. Listen, don't do it. Don't you do it, Abigail. We learned, you know what? You learned quickly not to do that. And I know people say wear what you would normally wear for practice. But if you're there for practice, you're there for learning. You want to make sure you eliminate some of those things that could, risk, injury. You're there to practice what you're there to practice. My opinion, you're not there to, okay, this is what I always wear, so I'm going to wear it and go to the range. I get that, but you're first there to learn. So you want the conditions to be as best as possible for you. And even some ranges that you can't wear that, especially us ladies. You got to turn your shirt around so the collar is up high. Or they'll say, here, you got to buy this $5 t-shirt because what you're wearing or the shoes that you're wearing. Florida is infamous for, flip-flops and such. You can't wear that kind of stuff. You shouldn't. If you sneak in, or you get, I won't say sneak in, if you get by wearing those types of things, you got by, because that is definitely a hazard that range takes a risk on, because you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. So be careful with that. That's so funny you said that though. Yeah. Even when you wear a high top shirt, Abigail, sometimes, it might fall and it just hits like your collarbone and it just kind of sits there, You do the best we can. We do the best we can. I have been practicing on my own for the matches, as we talked about last time. Have you been practicing on your own for matches, as we talked about? So, no. That's the short answer. Let me just look at there. No. No. I need to go to the indoor range. The outdoor range is so, I won't say so far, but it is a drive. Like, I got a plan to go there. It's not like, okay, after work, or, I could pop over for an hour. It takes preparation to get there. And I haven't been to the range since I did my last match competition, at least the outdoor range. So, yes. Look at you reminding me and calling me out in a nice way. I appreciate that. I have 3 red dots, none of a pistol yet, but I have other priorities. I know I can hit someone consistently. At 50 yards with a pistol and iron sights. Look at you. Love it. As long as, you're doing your thing and you feel confident with it due to your practicing. 50 yards. That's pretty good. GA Trucker, Flyby Arms Girl, you're there to get practice getting people away from you, not pick them up. No, I don't mean that. When I'm okay, let me just speak. Make sure my words come out properly. When I am sharing with you my videos and being as transparent as possible, I am still a girl at the end of the day. So I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at what okay, that's why I had to steal my gym membership. It's like, okay, that was the camera put on pounds. Like, I'm still looking at all those things. I'm looking at how my skills are performing first and foremost. But then all those other things, I'm still human. So I just want to make sure that it's forever documented, always forever on the internet. I don't want to be out here looking crazy. Can I say that, Geo Trucker? Can I say that? Abigail, I was 22 and 29 now. Okay, so you've had plenty of time to uh, get familiar with 50-yard shots. Sorry, I fell a few minutes behind catching up now. No problem, Angela Carey. Hope you got my thank you. I also got a 5.56 casing in my shoe, and I was wearing high tops, but that wasn't indoor range. But that was at an indoor range. Yeah, I mean, we do our best because you have high tops on. Still, things are gonna, especially those little casings, they're gonna seep in however they're going to. But I'm not gonna help it. I'm not gonna welcome it, right? I'm not ominous. I'm not. I'm just not spammy. You just say things that make me laugh. Mandatory carry. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes progress. I knew. I heard another slogan that was an extension of that. Practice makes progress. Um, I love that side. It's funny. Kitty Cat Club. Me too. Outdoor ranges are far from me. Yeah, I wish. I wish they were closer, but I'm thankful I have the options that I do have. I'm thankful. Bedside. I took a lot of missing to get where I am. The biggest thing is mindset. You're gonna suck when you're new. 100%. I have to run. Thanks for the match info. We'll check it out. Thanks, Rich B. Appreciate you. Yes, anytime, anytime. Come back. Please let me know how you are faring. Took a lot of missing. Yeah, so yes. That's the thing, Abigail. For me, I am very impatient with myself and I want to get better quickly. But some things just are going to take time and you have to give yourself grace. And I think in other parts of my life too, like I just want to go and do it and get it done. But with something like that, you really have to work and just being patient and being okay with it. And for me, I'm hardest on myself. Um, but it does teach you to get over that because you have no choice. You have no choice. I don't let progress get in the way of my progress. Absolutely. Yes. I do make people laugh at me, but at least they're laughing. No, Major Carrie, stop. As I tell my students, no negative self-talk. Um, that's funny. Irish Rover. I just picked up 2 new pews. Got to get to the range with them. Nice, nice. Are they pistols or are they rifles? I haven't picked up a new one lately. Where'd you go? Pistol or rifle or both were pistol. What I want to do is take out my revolver. I have a 9mm revolver, which I know is very unusual, but I try to keep all the calibers the same. For anyone who's new to the channel, try to keep my calibers kind of, I don't like to have too much variety because the zombie apocalypse pops off. I want to be able to grab what I know that I have and it'll work whenever I put it in. So for a long while, I was on the hunt for a 9mm revolver. I just wanted to have it because people say that us ladies should have a revolver as a self-defense tool. But after purchasing it, I love my firearms. I realized that my original thought of having my 9mm, my semi-automatic, that is the best for me. And when I have like students or I'm talking to people, I say always try it out. Whatever you want are exploring and considering. No one should make that decision for you, but don't only rely on what someone else says. And because I didn't have the revolver yet, I held my opinion about it. Although I said, from what I know, what I see, it's the trigger's hard. Even over time, it's like it's not as smooth. It's not as smooth as having like a semi-automatic. And if I'm working and I'm better and shooting well with my 9 semi-automatic, whatever it might be, and I'm practicing just as much as I'm practicing with the revolver, I still feel more comfortable with my non-revolver. You know, it's a good firearm. People put it in their boot and the other places, the revolver. I get it, but for me, and what I suggest, if someone asks me, I'll say look to these types of firearms to start out with, and tell me what you think. And I can give extra feedback on different things to consider. you know. Ultimately, the decision is yours. But at least factor in, think about this, have these types of considerations so you can make the best decision for you. Because I don't like it when people say, you should get a revolver, that should be your go-to. Like, I realize now that I have one, that's not for me. It's just not for me. Melinda, Abigail, I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar with the receivers, Abigail. Diamond, Diamondback, yes, and the Bodyguard 2.0, very good. I'm not familiar with the Diamondback either. I do have a Diamondback 9mm. I gotta see which one that is, but I do have a Diamondback pistol, but not a Bodyguard 2.0. Very popular, very reputable option. Yes. Mandatory carry uniformity is a powerful advantage. Yes, it is. It really is. If I'm moving in the dark and I have to pick up a box, you can kind of feel too. Like I do have 22 caliber for my when I'm doing shooting or practicing or training for with new shooters. I always like to start out with a 22. But you know the box, you know the weight. I got my 9. I got my rifle ammo, and then I have some 22. I was like, I don't want to have too many. I just don't want to have too many. Because if you're grabbing something in the dark, you're moving stealthy like a ninja, you want to be able to grab and know that you got what you need. I think everyone should have a 16-inch AR-15 5.56, Glock 19s, and some armor. They should also take training classes and be able to write everything listed off with their taxes. Yes, I do. Yeah. The Glock 19. Write everything off with their taxes. Also, some things to consider. You can roll it into your insurance policy too, your firearms. So make sure that you are considering that as well. Should anything happen, flood, like we had a lot of flooding this past year here in Florida, and some of these safes, are they flood resistant, fire resistant? Something happens, you want to have your firearms insured too. Kenny loves guns. I have a 357 revolver that I've never shot. Have had it for almost 20 years. That's a long time, Kenny loves guns. Did you buy it new or was it in the family? Kitty Cat Club. What do you recommend when it comes to holsters, brands? Depends on how you want to use it. Are you using it for like conceal on your body? Like how are you going to carry it? Because there's a lot. There's a lot. Brands vary, styles vary. Which style you're looking at. I do have a little short. If you look on my channel, I have a YouTube short of all the different holsters that I've tried using over time. But tell me how you want to use it. They got the belly band, they've got the, outside the waistband, inside the waistband. So what are you doing? What are you wanting to do? You'd love the Diamondback 6-shot 2-inch barrel 357. Nice. Have I ever shot 357? I don't know if I have. Diamondback, they're in Florida. They're a Florida-based company that I met at SHOT Show, actually. That's how I connected with them. They sent the one I have to the channel. I need to bring that thing out. I need to bring it out. The Herbert Schmidt is horrible for training people. That triggers way too light to be safe. Oh, I'm not familiar with that one. Inside the waistband, outside the waistband. Kitty Cat Club. Message me if you wouldn't mind at hello@shefires.com and let me know what kind of firearm you have. Let me ask some probing questions before I make several recommendations that will ultimately be your decision. Kitty loves guns. If you wouldn't mind, I'm happy to help you. Happy to assist. Used. Okay. Abigail, you'll need 2 holsters for that. Yes. I'm trying to think if they have holsters out there that are versatile. You can use it and outside. But you want to be doing all that. You want to have one that's you want whatever you're using, that's what's for that one. And then inside's going to have one, outside's going to have one. Are you in a state that allows for that? Mm-hmm. Mandatory carry. Okay, good, good, good. Conceal. Abigail, if you plan to open carry, make an active retention holster. Safariland. Yes, Safariland is a great brand. Yes. And if you're going to have a light on it, like there's other elements that you want to consider. You know, you can have it with a light, with an optic. Make sure that it supports those other features that you might have for your firearm. So that's why I'm happy to give you some suggestions. But Safariland, yeah, definitely Abigail. That's one that you can look to. Kitty Cat Club. Yeah. We don't have open carry here in Florida. Yes, no, we do not. No, we do not, Irish Rover. I don't think M7 will be widely adopted. I think it'll be used like the SCAR. Wait, what is that? Mandatory carry. Listen, mandatory carry. We can't be answering questions like that right now. Can we just keep it light? Keep it light. What time? I've got like maybe 15 minutes left before I run off. Oh, there we go. See, I'll allow the other chat friends to answer questions about that. And actually, I'm very unfamiliar with that, so I'm glad that there are folks in the chat talking about it. Every time I go live, you all always give me food for thought that I go and investigate later. I go investigate later. Thanks for everyone. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Please do hit that like button. I appreciate it. Allows me to be seen by other people out there in the internet world. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for doing that. Also, let's see what else is going on. This, oh my gosh, it's mid-January. I feel like yesterday we were just seeing the fireworks of January 1st. We're more towards the end of the month than we are than the beginning. It's going to be, yeah, especially with us being off tomorrow. Well, I am, sorry. It'll be a short week. And then that next week is going to be the end of January, already February. It's going by really quickly. I'm trying to, side note, let me go ahead and deviate off of pews for a hot minute. Oh, my nose. I'm really trying to embrace being present for the children. And so it's going to be February soon. You know, we have spring break. So that's in March, April, May, and then end of May. May is end of the school year. As I shared in my video, I'm leaning more towards going back into the corporate world. While I love the children and I love being able to make an impact, like I feel what I'm doing right now, some, I won't say all, some will remember me and will remember some of the things I've, taught them, math and science. But at this time, I feel like I need to go back to my IT world, and teachers are not paid enough. And I knew that going into it, but they really aren't, based upon the time that is needed to what we're doing. And then the relationships that you have to have with these children. It's a lot of psychological too that goes along with it. It's not just teaching. If it was just that would be easy. But it's the other emotional, psychological parts of it too, being a positive role model and coaching them. And when they're having a bad day, how to, shake it out of them as best you can, and kind of working with their parents. Like, it's a lot of layers some things I didn't factor in. So it's a lot. I love it, but it's a lot. And I just need some flexibility in my time after, a long career, 20 years that I've done in my career, my IT career. And I just want to go with what I know. Switching industries is really challenging, because you're starting kind of new and it's exciting, but I'd rather do it on a more, I won't say hobby basis, but maybe like as a substitute or a fill-in, or, if I take a day off, going in and being with the kids. But I'm nearing retirement more than entering the career world. So I want to go the path of least resistance with my job. Honestly, if I must be honest, that's what I am trying to do. Yes, Joe Q. I really do. Like when I see them out and about, like, because, this community is small too. Hi, always pleasant. I feel like I think I have to be on my best behavior also when I'm out now because there's kids everywhere. And they made like, oh, hey, Miss Teacher. Oh gosh, what am I doing? I gotta be, I didn't have to worry about that before, really. Now I gotta be good. Now I can't say or do or be a certain way because someone's watching. Someone's always watching. Oh my goodness. Abigail, you're responding to my question on the been that long. Uh, but look at y'all talking military. I love it. The world needs good people and examples. Hi, Robert, 5949. You're so right. I think that's why I wanted to go in there. It's like, I've got something positive to share with the children. And like 8, 9, 10-year-olds too. So very impressionable years. And being firm with them, but also being nurturing. And like, that's what I said at the top of the live. I forgot who it was. It was mandatory carry. I can't remember. But being a positive example, but no self-talk. Like we don't do that here. We don't say like certain things. We don't say easy. We don't say this is so easy because you might hurt the other kid's feelings by saying that. Like just be respectful of your classmates. Everyone starts new someplace. You start new. You didn't know this one thing and now you do and you are excellent at it. But everybody moves at their own pace. And so there's certain things that I require in the classroom. Like we don't make other people feel bad, but still being really firm with them. Like, this. I won't take the excuse that I don't know. You don't know because you were going fast. You don't know because you weren't paying attention. You were chatting with your friends. You do know this. Okay? Eliminate distractions. So I feel like they'll remember those things. I feel they remember those things. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Robert. I have some good days. Other days I'm like, when we ended the last couple days before the break, we have 2 weeks. Thank God, we have the 2 week break for the winter holiday, and that last day, I was like, we're not learning anything today. Okay, please don't say anything crazy because my fuse is short. No, I won't be. I'm not meeting with him, but like I whatever you're asking me, yes. Or can we save it for another day? I was at my wit's end, um, because it's a lot, and you have to, the grades, everything you have to deal with the administration, who are very cool, but still, you feel pressure. I'm like, listen here, I'm at 21 coming into this career, I feel sometimes pressure. It's like I don't. It's not supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be like this. So, for those reasons, I may pivot back into my IT world. But who knows? Anything's possible, but I'm definitely leaning more towards that than the other. It's funny. If you can do something you love and it pays the bills, that's half the battle. I know. Even as I tell like even my girls, I say, do something that you will enjoy. Because no one told me that when I was younger. No one said, what do you love to do? And maybe you could find a way to make it into a successful career where you can get money. And it's not always about money, but you want to be comfortable. Like I just want to be comfortable, in whatever career it might be. But when I grew up, it was engineer. I don't really like electrical engineering, but it was it was the engineer title. You get a lot of money. That was the path. And I didn't love it, and I didn't stay in it. And I pivoted to something else, which was computers, which is good, and I do enjoy that. But no one, when you're younger, during I won't say what years, but long ago, let's just say 90s. Um, the focus was different, especially with the computers coming out being such a big deal at the time, and it was so new and everything, and the internet, all of that stuff. It was the wave. I wish I found my groove in that wave, you know? So now I tell the kids, and also like my girls, find what you love, and that is what will be successful for you. Because if you love it, you'll find a way to flourish in it. Don't get stuck on, I have to be an accountant because it's stable, but I hate it every day. I don't want that because that's not living, you know? So, from my own experience, I try to share things in a different way. If you want to do that, be accountant, more power to you. You know you're going to hate it, but you're going to get money and it's stable. Do your thing. Do your thing. But there is a different way. There is a different way. Electrical engineering, aka the juice. I know. Oh my gosh, that's long ago at George Mason University in Virginia. That was my first uh, attempt. Yes. What are you saying? You invented the internet. You're so funny. Electrician is great if you don't want to clean up after yourself. Electricians that's great. It's a great field too. I know. I know. I would shock myself. That would definitely not be for me, but yes, it is definitely a good path for some. Anything blue collar. You know when before they had shop and home ec and the woodwork classes, like what happened to all those things? What happened? They need all that back. Like, why do I have to go and spend thousands of dollars for a supplemental program or certificate for these types of skills? Like, they should be learning that in school today for free, like we did when we were younger. Like, we need those skills, and you can make very good money with those things. I don't understand. I'm sure it's all part of the economic flow and whatever. It's too deep for this conversation, but I hope that they, whoever they are, do start putting that back into our school system. Because I remember making clothes and home ec. Like, I wish I knew how to make clothes today. You know? I said, I want a sewing machine for Christmas. I haven't gotten it yet. But it's like, I want to know how to know I want to know those skills. Right? Am I weird for saying that? Oh. We had inkwells when I was in school. Oh, really? Really, Irish Rover? That's funny. I did not have that. I did have the typewriter, though. We had the typewriting class that we took, and I was really bad at it. I was really bad. I was really bad. I want to learn how to make rad mod clothes. Anything, honestly, I would go, like we should be able, and for me too, like not all clothes fit the right way on me. Like if I knew how to make my own stuff, I'm gonna put that on my wish list to explore in the future, like to make my own, I can't even, I can sew like if I had a hole in like a seam or something, like I could do that. My grandmother taught me how to do like those basic things, but making something from scratch, I did it. The last time I did that was in home ec when I made those shorts, the Bermuda shorts. Remember those? Bermuda shorts. That's funny. With the feather pens, quilt. Ooh, gosh, that's way back. I hated typing class. I know I was really bad at typing class, but it was part of the wave. It was a part of like that computer technology and exploring. And I remember getting my first, I won't say secretary job, like a little office assistant job part time, and where uh you had to take like a typing class or a typing speed test, and to even be seen, like for a job interview, you had to take a typing speed test. And I was so proud of myself. I remember being proud of myself where I got to like 55 words per minute. But on the resume, it would say you must type, 40 words per minute, whatever. Am I dating myself? Anyone else can relate to that? Oh my goodness. So I think, what time is it? Oh, yep, I got like 3 minutes. I'm trying to give myself 30 minutes before the game starts because I have to make some football food, which means shrimp and something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yes. Landlines at home. Oh, let me show you. You say that. Kenny loves guns. We had landlines. Remember when? I remember we had the landlines at home, and you would talk to a boy or girl when when it tickles your fancy, and you'd be on the phone, and someone would pick up like, who is this? And then there'd be silence for a little bit, and then eventually the phone would hang up. Um, it was a beautiful day when I had my own phone line in my room, separate from the house line. Who remembers that? I remember dial up. Also remember AOL, MySpace. Oh my gosh, I was in those AOL chat rooms all the time. Like it was an interesting time. Those chat rooms got real spicy, real interesting. You could pop in and out of different chat rooms. If that was boring, you pop in here. That was, I won't say it was wholesome because it did go some dark places, but it was so new and awesome. Remember that? I had a MySpace. I wonder if I do. Do they still, like, if I had an account, if I remember what my password is, can you still get into MySpace? I don't know. But the AOL dial-up, for a long time, I still had the AOL book with the disc inside in that dial-up. We all loved the dial-up sound. And it was annoying, but we liked the dial-up sound. That made we were going onto the internet. Caller ID. I know caller ID. Whew. When I got mad at my girl, a friend of mine that we were best friends, it's really bad, but we sometimes got mad at each other with some different things. I remember calling like Pizza Hut or Domino's. Those are two at the time. And calling and having a pizza sent to their house. And it was okay to do it because they couldn't track you down. They couldn't find the number of who did that. But nowadays, don't, if anyone's listening out there, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I remember doing the kind of prank type stuff. Am I the only one that did that? Caller ID, yes, it's cool. But I want call justification. What's call justification? Oh, the party hotline. Oh, yes. I remember the party line. Like a 999. There was like a 999 number that you could dial in. And they had different party lines. Like, who were these people? You could have been talking to anybody. That was kind of weird. Good stuff, though. Good times. That's funny. VCR and cassette tapes, those were the best. Yes. The Be Kind Rewind for Blockbuster. Did you get penalized when you didn't rewind? I can't remember if you didn't rewind your VCR tape, if you got a ding on your account or not. That's so funny. Most ways up. Oh, yeah. Dialing star 69 to see. Who was that? That's true. But I feel like a Pizza Hut or something, they get so many numbers coming through, like something like that, you couldn't track as easily, unless it was like a home to home. You could certainly do star 69. I remember that too. I want to know why they're calling before I decide whether to enter or not. I know who said that? Justification. Oh yeah, you said justification. I know. What do you want? That's why the beauty of texting, because you get a phone call. And then if you don't answer, just text me. Hey, I called you. I wanted to know X. Like, what do you need? What do you need? Are you asking me something? You have a question? Can I just simply answer you through text? We're bad. We're bad. You got charged $1 for not rewinding. I remember there was something. I thought there was a cost to that. That's so funny. Sounds like you were in the section behind the curtain. That's so funny. I know. Ooh. Remember, they did have the CD section, and then teenagers and such would try to sneak through to the back and try to rent those other ones. Like having a smoking and non-smoking section, they had the appropriate for all kids section, sports. They had it all like divided up, and then they had the room in the back, which really wasn't a room in the back, but they had like a little corridor that would take you in, and then they had the stuff on display. The other videos. I never went back there, but I heard about it. That's so funny. Yeah, I ordered 50 Chinese meals to my website. Mandatory Canada's so funny. I ordered 50 Chinese meals to my old work site and my ex supervisor's name. Okay, mandatory Canada, you can't do that. He had to pay because it was a state building. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Let's not do that present day. You know, we're just sharing things that have happened in the past. It's very funny. Oh, I just want to show you. Why do I found, well, not I found, but my parents found. Did I share this previously? But I still have film in here. I'm kind of, you see that in there? I'm kind of afraid to see what pictures I was taking back in 19, let's see. It had to be early 90s. I'm afraid. It's been sitting like this for, yeah, at least a year. Like, if I turn this in, I'm afraid what kind of film will come out. And is it an automatic processing or just someone looking at my pictures? Because it might stay exactly like this. It might be just like it. We just aren't gonna know. Unless I have my own dark room, it's probably gonna stay just like this. The Kodak 24 exposures. So yeah, these were cool though. This was a cool one. You know, the neon yellow. I don't even want to tinker with it. So it's staying like this. I wish I had a date on here, but yeah, one day. Yeah, this is when you could take pictures, but you didn't care, even if it was, you know, I won't say inappropriate, but you know, whatever. You knew it was going off to some place, and those people don't care. You know, they probably see much worse. But now, nope. They could do face recognition. It's like, oh, this was from 1995. Oh, I know who that person is. Is she on YouTube? Nope. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's a golden oldie. I know. Good luck finding a place to develop a film. There is a place you can like mail it away, but I'm still apprehensive. I'm going to have my own dark room before that gets, yeah, processed. No, we're not doing that. Get rid of evidence. I know that might just be burned. One day I might just wake up in the middle of the night. You know, when you wake up in the middle of the night, sometimes something heavy on your mind. This might be put someplace. I might have to get my hammer out. Someone's looking at those. Yes, they're definitely looking at those. Joba Q. Hi out there. Hello. Just in the nick of time. I said I'm going to come on here, go live for a little bit, hang out with some folks. I might go live tomorrow because I don't have a lot going on. I have to run like to the grocery store, just some basic stuff. It's my true Sunday. But I might go live tomorrow. But good to see you. Thanks for popping in. So let me give until about 2:30, which it is, to suspend my live so that I can prepare for my Eagles game at 3 o'clock. And I'm hungry. I only had a bagel this morning, so my belly's grumbling. Oh, back in the day when everyone saw them at the mall in the Kodak place. I know. Oh, gosh. I appreciate everyone popping in. Kurt24, good to see you. Good to see you. You know, you didn't care when it went, even if you had something that was a little bit embarrassing on the camera. Like, you know, it was going to some unknown person out there and it'd be returned. Like, no one cares. But now I feel a certain way about it. I feel a certain way. We'll see what happens. But I appreciate y'all coming along with me. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Do you see the finger, the thumb pressed for that you liked it? I would appreciate it. My mom works in school and they will be out until Thursday. Why? Because of the weather? Getting those guns? Because of the weather? Just curious. Yeah. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to try to go live tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I appreciate everyone coming through. Hit the like button. Thank you for those. I see Irish Rover and friends becoming channel members. Thank you. You know, I appreciate the support. I've got some things coming around. I'm actually working on a new design. You know, I don't have it on me today, but the 2A rated gun control not permitted shirts. I have that, but I'm designing something brand new for 2025. So look out for that. I figured work on those reloads. I know, Betsy. I know. I will. I will. I'll circle back with you. I'll circle back. Holiday on Monday, records day, professional day. Yes. Yeah, we had professional day last week. It's all scattered here. It's weird. It's weird here. No problem, mandatory carry. You were popping back in right before I'm popping off. But I'm going to try to go live tomorrow. I appreciate everyone for coming along, spending time with me. And yes, go watch my Eagles beat the Rams and the other team later on today. Ravens and who? Who are they playing? Oh, we're going to... Who are they playing? I forgot. Anyway, I'll be watching that game also while working on my index cards for the children. 6 times 2 is... So, anyway, I appreciate everyone. Be safe. Stay warm. Stay dry. Watch the weather. It's all kinds of weather going on across the United States now. It's good because we have sub-zero temps coming this week. Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah. I do miss being like cozy and staying in and have an excuse to like not go out with the snow. We don't really have that much here. we don't really have that. We have loss of power. You're home. Oh yeah, but you lost power from the hurricane winds. That's what we have. Oh, Bills and Ravens. That's right. And they're at Baltimore, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. The benefit, I feel like the Eagles game, it's going to be in Philly, so it's going to be cold. And, you know, we're used to that. Not me so much, but, you know, we're used to that. So it's going to be, Rams aren't used to that weather. But you all stay safe. Enjoy. Yes, if we win, then I will post something. If we don't, I might not post anything on my community page. We'll see. But appreciate you all, and you have a wonderful rest of the day. Yes, hello, Willie. I appreciate everyone, and you have a great day. Talk soon.